Welcome back to Newsday. Thank you for staying with us. Now, in local news, reactions are still trailing the appointment of seasoned political strategist and media professional Akin Osuntokun as Director General of the Labour Party's Presidential Campaign Council. Joining us now to share his own thoughts on the matter is Dr. Abayomi Arabami, a chieftain of Labour Party who until recently was National Publicity Secretary of the party. Good day and welcome to Newsday. Thank you so much for joining us today, Doctor. Let's get straight into it. You obviously have very strong views on this matter. Please let us know what your position is.
Well, thank you very much. I need to correct an impression. I remain the National Public Secretary of Labour Party Nigeria because up to today, no media house or houses, whether electronic or print, has the purported letter, from the National that I have been suspended as the National Public Secretary. I am on air now. I made able to say that they cannot append their signature on anything of such on Labour Party letterhead because they know the implication. So I would just advise them, the media to just discourage them because of what actually transpired before the appointment of Dr. Akin Osuntokun. That was some 5 days ago. Now, let me be very open to all Nigerians. My issue with now chairman and now secretary and some members of the NWC purportedly started when Dr. Dunyokupe came as our Director General in the Labour Party. He was not appointed by the NWC. He was not ratified by NEC. He was not ratified by NEC. It was just his own decision when he claimed, he came with Mr. Peter Obi into Labour Party at DG, and it will be a shame for him to now cede, the position. So upon the constitution, the compilation of the management team, I have before me, then before the appointment of Dr. Osuntokun, we have the DG then, Dr. Dunyokupe, who is from the South, the Deputy Director General and Campaign Manager, Mr. Oseloka H. Obaze, that is the former secretary to Mr. Peter Obi in Anambra. And we are the secretary of the Campaign Council. That's our national organizing secretary. You can see that the 1, 2, 3 of this appointment came from the South. That is, where we have our divergent view, because I am being Labour Party for 12 years, 7 months. So I need not to be taught about the nitty-gritty of our constitution. We were supposed to uphold the issue of accountability. When you go to equity, you come with a clean hand. This was where I have my issue with them, because I challenged them that Mr. Peter Obi has told us ab initio that he wants to enjoy the convergence of interest of Pan-Nigerians. In him, the confidence they have in him to deliver them, out of the current economy and political quagmire. But there is a clear departure by this group of people that I've just mentioned. But they told me I have to keep quiet. That is our party, let everything go. That is number one. Number two, because I made the observation, I was the only NWC member. I have the document here that was excluded from the campaign council. This is where the national chairman, Baisa Julius Abure, and our secretary, where they compromise their integrity. Because in our constitution, we are all equal. It is there that nobody, because of your race, because of your financial status, should assume a better position than the others. These are some of the things that, because Mr. Peter Obi has joined us now, they felt, we want to be like those, we want to take Nigeria back from. That is number two. Now, the issue of anti-party that they raise, that's why I said they cannot. I challenge our chairman and secretary to put up that suspension in a letter and circulate it. Then they will see what will come out of it. What they did was that we filed a matter. As I speak to you, I am still the deponent in 70 cases of substitution that INEC did not upload the name of a candidate. In Federal Court, Abuja, Court 6 to be precise. I am still the deponent with a lawyer that I was asked to hire then. Those 17 other, the 17 other, there we have 17 other states. We have Ekiti, Osun. You know, if you want to get our Senate rep, even our governor, we still have some states that our governor has not been uploaded because we still have time. When we got that judgment in the Federal High Court, our matter was dismissed because Justice Maha, with due respect, said the INEC regulation is far, far above the Constitution of Nigeria. You will not be the judge. You will have to bow your head and tell the judge, as it please your lordship. But we have another higher court to ventilate this anger. This was why Labour Party now proceeded with the appeal. And only 13 House of Rep were ordered by the Court of Appeal to INEC to upload. 13. I have the CTC with me. But what they now did was the now chairman and now secretary committed forgery in that judgment. They now wrote to INEC, which I have the copy here, that they have 27 names. That the Court of Appeal said they should upload 27 names. Upon getting this, don't forget, I and Barrister Modemawa, we were the one that prosecuted this matter in the Federal Court. We know all the names of the candidates that we did substitution for.
Dr. Arabami, are we still with you? All right, it seems we've had a technical issue. We're speaking with Dr. Abayomi Arabambi, who's a chieftain of the Labour Party. He's clarifying his position as he's stating that he was not relieved of his duties as National Publicity Secretary and, of course, clarifying various other issues. We do hope we'll be able to reach him and continue our conversation. All right, we are joined again by Dr. Abayomi Arabambi of the Labour Party. Sorry to have lost you there. I believe what we're seeking clarity on is your opposition to the appointment of the new DG, that's Mr. Osuntokun. Tell us about the core grievances you have with Mr. Osuntokun as the new DG of the Labour Party.
Yeah, I am only giving you the build-up, because I am on national TV. So in the build-up to that, so that you know the characters, how we do our appointment in the Labour Party without recourse, even to our presidential candidate. I want to make something very clear about two individuals are the people that have joined us to come and infest us, with all manner, of funny things. Number one, about Baba Sojo. In the 16 years of PDP, we will have to exemplify Baba from the 80 years. Any other misrule we will attribute to the other 80 years. Baba gave us a very clean record concerning Nigeria by paying all our debt. But most of the people that work with Baba, they know that he is averse to corruption, but they themselves, that's the Dr. Doyin Okupe, they themselves know who they are in that administration. But I am not going to impute on that. I know that is, probably because, that is the administration that was corrupt. Baba's administration was not corrupt. He gave us the clean bill of health, by paying all our debt. On the other side of Dr. Akin Osuntokun, what the National did by laying claim of anti-party against me is this. Because of my opposition to everything that they are doing, when they want to appoint Dr. Akin Osuntokun, I met with the national chairman and national secretary. I told them, in the management team, you already have three Southerners as number 1, 2, and 3. Can't we try the North? That we are not performing well in the North. And I sent this in also, to our presidential candidate. But you know what they told me? I am on air now. They said, whatever they want to do, what they're going to do, because Mr. B cannot now leave Labour Party to another party, that I will just be on a voyage, of personal destruction if I continue with this, my pro-Nigeria policy, which is also the hallmark of our presidential candidate. 100% I am with the movement, 100% I believe in a new Nigeria under the presidency, but not with these characters that we have as an chairman and national secretary. That was the cause of the matter. So when they brought in Dr. Osuntokun, I notified national chairman even before that announcement was made that, can't we go to the North, maybe Northeast or North Central? We have capable ones. They said no, there are no capable ones in the North, that we should go back to Southwest. I said, well, we don't need to speak English in the North. When you go to any emir and they will call their subject, we needed somebody who will be able to speak their local languages to them. But they threw my advice away for reason best known to them. But you see, their continuation of condemning the North, I am averse to that. I don't like that. I consider it, as an insult for you to tell me we don't have capable added, and we have to go back to that Oshitokun. Now, the only problem I have with that Oshitokun, I have not done any politics with him, was because morality. As a member, you knew you are the candidate of Zedin Labour. He ought to have opened up to the party. Not when you took up the appointment, you will now say, oh, I have abandoned it. And I thank INEC for corroborating my position. Morally, you are the candidate of Zedin Labour. You are the DG of Labour Party. And I want to point out one correction. The 90 days.
Very good, Dr. Arabami. Dr. Arabami, if I may come in, you've just given us a background to this whole scenario. But I'd like to ask you, how significant will this narrative regarding Mr. Oshitokun's appointment be if Labour retains his services towards the elections, despite your opposition? And of course, would you be willing to challenge Mr. Oshitokun's appointment in court to correct what you insist is an anomaly?
Yes, the implication is this. That means we are deviated from the norms, from the principle upon which Mr. Peter Obi want to govern Nigeria. He want to govern Nigeria on equity. He want to govern Nigeria on moral ground. He want to govern Nigeria, on good ethics. But if the leadership said, oh, we didn't even find anything wrong morally for someone whose presidential candidate will also be contesting against Peter Obi on February 25th. And what we are saying is that, oh, there is nothing wrong morally, then something is wrong somewhere. It shows that the Nigeria we want to take back to the owners, we are not serious. Because if we are part of this endemic corruption, we have no reason to ever criticize it. Number one, Baba Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whether people see the ticket, morally it is wrong. We cannot accuse Alhaji Atiku Abubakar for picking Idigi from the north, for retaining the national chairman from the north, which Governor Wike and 4 other governors are complaining about. What they were doing, the injustice method to Governor Wike and 4 other governors, what the exact thing I was telling them, that we must not be seen, to be doing rapport with injustice, and we will accept Nigeria to trust us. If we want to govern Nigeria and we are complaining about the inequalities, about the imbalances, if we are challenging, we have called the current president that he want to fulanize Nigeria. I have made that statement on air. Then what audacity, what morality do we have if we continue on that same pedestrian to say, oh, our own will be different when we get there? Because we have started it now that we have 3 most senior campaign counsel from the south, not from the north. Then what are we preaching to Nigeria? That means we have negated, the Labour Party have negated Mr. Peter Obi's intention for why he want to run for presidency of Nigeria. That is the issue, that I have with them. And they said, well, Mr. Obi cannot leave Labour Party now. They are going to continue. I can be making my noise. And that was the reason why I said I will approach the court on moral ground, where will the interest of Dr. Oshitokun lies on the day of that election. Because the INEC made it clear that he remained the senatorial candidate of Zedin Labour and at the same time DG of Labour Party. That means he's holding dual membership, which is unprecedented in Nigeria history. And unfortunately, Vice Abure and our secretary, they were the proponent of this Guinness Book of Record, because they have set record for us in Nigeria and all over the world, where we have a candidate of Zedin Labour as our DG in Labour Party. It showed that we do not have any other person that can handle this. Even if we don't have in the southwest, I know we have in the southwest. The former TUC president is from here. We have Wale Okuni, they are out from here, but we have a lot of qualified people from the north. But why they don't even want to pick anybody from that north is why I am a little bit surprised.
Okay, Dr. Abayomi, The Labour Party spokesperson, that's Yunusa Tanko, made a statement recently that there are several people who are working for this campaign. Very briefly, please. Several people are working for this campaign who are not even card-carrying members of the Labour Party. So there is nothing special about Mr. Osuntokun's having affiliations with another party, which although he has abandoned, on paper he's not able to abandon because of the laws. So what is the real grievance if Labour Party already has several people who aren't members of the party working for the campaign council?
Well, I don't know. You see, he's the spokesperson for Mr. Peter Obi and the campaign organization. I don't know the people that my brother is making reference to, but our own issue, we are only talking about moral ground. How many of such do we have in APC? How many of such do we have in PDP? Why must be the same person that we are pontificating on lofty principle idea of decency? Only for all that to now, we now commence, our compromise for reasons best known, to them. Why must we preach equity to Nigerians, but on our table we have bundle of injustice? Like I said, Labour Party is happy to meet with Governor Wike and others. What is their grievances? They are asking for the resignation of Nigerian chairman to go to the south. That is why a question of moral ground. If we are happy with them, that is, we are happy with them that they are fighting injustice. Why are we, romancing injustice in Labour Party? So for Dr. Tanko Yunusa to say, oh, they have a lot of people from other political parties, I don't know where they are, but I'm going to make reference to this day a publication about the rating. Where did we make our 25% of vote? In how many states?
All right. On that note, Dr. Arabami, I guess we can continue to question the issue of morality in Nigerian politics for a long time to come. Dr. Bayomi Arabami is a chieftain of the Labour Party. We'd like to thank you very much for your time.